Hi everyone, it's Sonia McDonald here, and I'm the CEO and founder of LeadershipHQ McDonald Inc. and the Outstanding Leadership Awards. Yeah, a lot of different roles and titles. Definitely, we are so passionate about the leadership space, but I'm also a mum. I'm also a speaker and an author, and those things are really, I am so committed to, because I want to have a voice that I want to share through my books and through platforms like this to help as many of you everywhere and anywhere around the world be a great leader and to embrace and to see your leadership as well. So today I wanted to share some of my favorite books, some that are on my radar to read this year, some that I've read that are some of my favorites. I'm also doing research for my next book around great leadership. So I'm out there like writing and post-it notes and doing journaling and mapping out my next book. And I'm reading so many incredible stories and examples and role models of leaders in the past in particular that have been inspiration, and also wanted to share some of those key things that I've been reading. And also I'd love you to write down or comment, what are some of your favorite books? Please share with me, what are some of your favorite books? I'd love to know. What are you reading this year, right? Okay, so let me begin. Alrighty. Remember how I was telling you I'm writing my next book around great leadership? I'm doing a lot of research, particularly around leaders and great models in our past. This is a great book, How to Be a Leader. Reach out to Leadership HQ if you'd loved the list of the books that I'm talking about today. This one's a fantastic one by Jeffrey Beneker. So it's a great one around how to be a leader from wise leadership from our ancient times. Excellent book. I've just started reading this book, hence I've got a little notepad here. Thank you, Anthony. I love your work. You're a great leader as well. Long Walk to Freedom. I'm going to put that on my list. The Advice Trap. Michael's also written a great book called The Coaching Habit. I really am enjoying this book. I'm halfway through it. So that's definitely one to put on the list. It's a really good book. This is one of my absolute favorites, an absolute favorite of mine. The Art of the Good Life. I think he also writes a book about, The Art of Thinking Clearly. Such a great book. Such a great book. So I have read this book 3 times. You should see all the markings I've got in this book. It's such a great book. This is just an iconic book. If you want to learn about purpose, impact, this is such a great book, Man's Search for Meaning. Make sure you put this on your must-read list for books. Great book. Okay, I got this book last year, and I really love this book. I think it's got some really great images. I think it's really relevant for people. I was finding it kind of towards the end of last year, and a lot of the teams and leaders that we were working with were feeling the same, this burnout. So this is a really great book by Bev Asbett, and how to stop it before it stops you, what it is, why it happens, and who gets it. I really do not want us to get burnt out this year. Don't get caught up in this busyness kind of trap. Please practice self-kindness and self-care. This is a really good book. Okay, I love Ryan Holiday's work. He is probably one of my favorite authors. I am also a huge fan of this, Adam Scott's work. Give and Take is a really great book. I've lent it to someone, so I wasn't able to share that one today. And obviously I love Brené Brown, Simon Sinek, but Ryan Holiday, this is such a great book. I've just got this book. I've read all his other books. Courage is Calling, Ego is the Enemy, Stillness is the Key. I'm halfway through this book. Such a great book. Also, I love the fact that he brings a lot of philosophers into his books, lots of great stories, and he's got a really great blog to follow as well. So make sure you check out Ryan Holiday's work. This is a big one. Thanks for the feedback. These guys have also written co-authors of Difficult Conversations. There's some other great books I love, like Crucial Conversations and things like that. Again, I've learnt that just I learned out all these books. This is a really great book around the art and science of receiving feedback well. So grab this book, particularly because I think leaders need to be more open to feedback. She's written some amazing books. This is a really good book, Leadership in Turbulent Times, like Leadership from the Presidents. Really love this book as well. Excellent book. Read this book. It's such a great book, so inspirational. Okay, you can see all the Post-it notes here. Okay. As soon as I realized that this was written by a neuroscientist, it's called The Source. And I'm very big around mindset, meditation, intentional thinking, mindfulness, like all those sort of things. I think manifestation, I'm a huge one around manifestation. This is an excellent book. I really like the way she's written it, by Tara Swart. But yeah, great book around manifestation and neuroscience, written by a neuroscientist. I know I'm not even halfway through my books. Classic. I've read this one several times. Make Your Bed, the little things that can change your life and maybe the world. So, and if you have got any recommendations or a book you'd love to share, just shoot me an email. This is a great book. Okay, this was a surprise. Look, I bought this because I wanted to think about, I'm a big one around language and words when it comes to communication. This was a really simple read and a really good read. I took out so many key points around how the mind works and how to influence using your words, exactly what to say. This is a good book. I really enjoyed that one. I read that one over Christmas. They've got quite a series on this one. The little book of Likey, great book. He's also written around happiness and things like that. So it's the Danish search for the world's happiest people. Oh yeah, the little book of, I think it's Higgy. It's a great book. So grab that one. This one's great, by Dr. Julie Smith. Why has no one told me this? Okay. So it's everyday tools for life's ups and downs. Awesome book. Obviously, I've got to mention mine. First Comes Courage. Published that last year. It's a great book. It's one close to my heart. I've written a couple of others, so check this out. It's on Booktopia. My website's on Amazon. And all these books are on Booktopia and Amazon as well. Okay, this one, excellent book. Hope you can see the title, by Jake and John. All right, Make Time, How to Focus on What Matters Every Day. Focus is really important and what matters. Okay, attention goes, energy flows. This one's a great one as well. Stop overthinking. I don't know how many of you, I sometimes overthink. I'm trying to get better at that. 23 techniques to relieve stress, stop negative spirals, declutter your mind and focus on the present. It's a great book. Okay, I've got only a few more to share. I know you must think I love reading. Okay, it's a big one. I've got this. I love growth mindset and benefit mindset. So this is why I'm sharing all these books that I love reading. Stumbling on Happiness. Okay, a great book, combines psychology, neuroscience, economics, philosophy on how the brain works, and also the future and how well or badly it predicts what it will, and it's around human motivation. Awesome book. I love anything to do with neuroscience. Okay, this is the most beautiful book. Please grab it. Please read it to your children, or get them to read it. The illustrations and the story are just phenomenal. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, by Charlie Maxgay. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Such a beautiful book. Such a beautiful book. I love that book. Okay, now I'm all about values, and we're about to launch this incredible value software. I'm really, really excited about it. So I have been not only researching all this stuff for my book around great leadership, but also everything to do with values, culture, There was a great article, if you're interested in us sharing it with you, reach out to us, from Harvard, around values alignment, and then why values alignment is the key to success for organization. Truly believe that. This is such a great book, The Core Value Equation. A framework to drive results, create limitless scale, and win the war for talent. We love helping businesses and leaders and organizations come up with their values and their mission statement and their purpose and behaviors linked to the values. This is a really great book to help you. If you want to do it yourself, reach out to us, because we live and breathe this space. But I'm super passionate about values, and I spoke about that today on a masterclass, which around how do we engage our future leaders through values alignment, and our future generations. They're really into this around values. This is a really great book. Someone that I'm coaching, I coach a lot of phenomenal women, right? And someone recommended this book to me that I coach around work smarter, live better. And it's actually really great. Some really great tips and tricks around how to work smarter. Okay. All right. Another one, if that's something that you need. This is an all-time favorite. I love all of his books. Patrick Lencioni, Stuff the Advantage. This one's really focused on culture. So why organizational health trumps everything in business. I run a lot of workshops around teams, and his 5 dysfunctions of a team model is something that I live and breathe, or we live and breathe in our leadership work and teamwork. It's a really great book. He's also written a great book called The Ideal Leader as well. So have a look at his stuff. He's got some really good stuff. This is a great book. Coaching questions. So we are all about building coaching styles in our leaders. So this is a great book, Coaching Questions for Every Situation. Make sure you grab it. It's a really great book. So yeah, if you want to have a coaching style and building coaching culture, this is a really good one. I am really trying to help my leaders. I've got some Post-it notes and lots of different things marked in this book. It doesn't have to be crazy at work. Such a good book. It's such a really good book, easy to read. Got a lot of tips out of that, and I've recommended that to several leaders that I think overwork. Okay, I've read this book several times. I even write about the courage to be disliked in my First Comes Courage book, and I love this book, and I've read it several times. I still have an issue, and I'm still kind of working through this again. I think everyone likes to be liked, so having the courage to be disliked, this is such a phenomenal book. And I do talk about the courage to be unpopular in my book. Not everyone's going to like you. Leadership isn't a popularity contest, but it's about respect. So that one's a really good one. And last but not least, and again, I know I've shared a lot of books. Please share. There's so many more books I could share. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands. If there's anything that you want to share with us or you'd love me to jump on and talk about, please let me know. This is a great book because I am all about psychological safety. We cover this in our leadership programs. Amy Emerson's research and work is phenomenal. So if you want to know about, being a fearless organization, grab this one. Anyway, that's kind of like 15 minutes download of my favorite books, some must and best read books that I've been reading lately and that I will be reading. And I'll be probably sharing lots more books and knowledge with you because we're all about sharing wisdom. I'm definitely, Anthony, going to have a look at Long Walk to Freedom. And thank you so much for jumping on today. But shoot us an email or shoot us a comment on this live today. Any other books that you'd recommend that could make a difference to everyone, that could help them grow and learn, because, we've got to keep sharpening our saw. It's really important, and keep learning. Honestly, keep learning. It is absolutely the key to success, is to keep with yourself and personal development. I always say to people, the more seriously you take your self or personal development, the more seriously others will take you. So really invest that time, even if it's 15 minutes a day, on reading something that could really empower you, motivate you, sharpen your saw, build your skills in this space. It'll make a huge difference, because 15 minutes a day of reading, imagine where you'd be in a year, 3 years or 10 years time, right? I hope you loved all my books. Again, please reach out to my team at LeadershipHQ, or reach out to me at soniamcdonald.com.au if there's anything we can do to help and support and inspire you around the leadership, the courage, the empathy, and the kindness space. And thank you so much, and always stay safe and kind and courageous. Take care.